Hey there, I'm Marcel, and today I wanted to talk about a topic that I think is very underrated and I just don't see anyone else talk about it. And this is how should you deliver videos to clients, no matter if it's like an event video, a music video, or a full-on commercial, no matter if it's a one-time job or you're on a monthly retainer with the client, this applies to every situation. So there's a bunch of tutorials out there where people talk about like pre-production, different shooting and lighting styles, the latest and greatest editing tips and tricks. But after all these steps, there's still a major one, which is the actual delivery of the video. First of all, you need to choose a professional platform for delivery. If you really don't have any money to spend, Google Drive could be a great option with its free 15 gig space. But if you're choosing that platform, just make sure you're using a custom email domain and just never use your personal Gmail one. I've seen people do it a lot, and it's just a really unprofessional way to communicate with a company. So if you really don't have any money to spend even on a custom email domain, just make sure to create a professional looking Gmail one. Now, if you have a little bit more money to spend, Google Drive and Dropbox are probably the two best cloud storage options out there in my opinion. Google Drive with as low as $2 a month for 100 gig space is probably the best deal out there. And again, for these final deliveries, you will never need more space than that. If you want to use this space for not just deliveries but backups as well, Dropbox is a great plan where you pay, I think, $20 a month for unlimited cloud storage space. There are alternative options out there like Sync, WeTransfer or OneDrive, but I'd stay away from these for the final delivery and use them just for backups. Okay, so now we got all the boring stuff out of the way, and now we can talk about the most important one, which is the actual way of delivering the video. So what I see everybody do is they just create a new folder, drop the final render in it, send a link over to the client, and they are done. The thing is, if the client likes the video, he's happy, he never expected anything else for his money, both sides are happy. But there's a major problem with this. It puts in the same basket as every other videographer who ever worked with them and ended up creating a great video. And this significantly lowers your chances of getting rehired or just keeping the client, because there will always be someone who's willing to do it cheaper or just creates an overall higher quality work. So here's the way how you can stand out and create a special connection with your clients. So instead of just sending over that one final edit, you should always create a folder system with a bunch more free stuff in it. Pictures, screen grabs from the video, boomerangs, Instagram stories and posts in different aspect ratios, or even like a shorter teaser edit. Doing this for the first time will just blow your client's mind away, I promise. They only paid for one video and they received like 10 times as much content, which they can easily and instantly post on their social media sites because everything is already in the correct aspect ratio created and designed to post them. And this will create a special connection between you and the client because you just gave a lot more than you've ever been asked or paid for. And with this, you just separated yourself from the 99% of the competition out there. But how much extra work would this mean for you? That's kind of what everyone wants to know. Well, not much. About an hour more if you already have the folder system created for yourself. For the folder system, first you want to create a folder with the client's name, then create a subfolder with the exact project name. This already leaves room for further work together. From the project folder, it's up to you how many subfolders you want to create. I'd recommend doing at least 4. One for the pictures, one for the boomerangs, one for the main video, and one for the Instagram stories and posts. You can always create more, but 4 is a really good basic package. So the next step would be creating the subfolders for the different aspect ratios. The 5 most relevant aspect ratios as of right now are 16:9, 9:6, 4:3, 4:5, and 1:1. And here are the correct resolutions for these aspect ratios. So for 16:9, it's 1920x1080, for 9:16 is the opposite 1080x1920, for 1:1 it's 1080x1080, for 4:3 it's 1200x900, and for 5:4 it's 1080x1350. So the last final step is to just fill up these folders. So for the pictures, you just want to create screen grabs from the final edit, which you can then save out in the different aspect ratios as I mentioned before. Most modern editing softwares like Premiere Pro, Final Cut or DaVinci Resolve have a dedicated button to do this. Creating boomerangs are also pretty easy. First you just want to select the section of the clip that you want to create a boomerang from, then cut it, duplicate it and put the second one in reverse. And the final touch I like to do is to duplicate these till they reach like the 20-second mark, so the whole boomerang is a lot lot smoother and it's not restarting every couple of seconds. And finally, for the Instagram stories, you can just use the already exported pictures to create some cool composites in Photoshop. And now, with just 1 hour of extra work, you gained enormous value in your client's eye and just 10x your chances of keeping them or working with them again. Now, one disclaimer I have to say is, as with many things in life, you can overdo this one as well and cause more harm than good for yourself. So to avoid doing this, I'd recommend you to do around 4 to 5 boomerangs, a maximum of 10 pictures and another like 4 to 6 story layouts, and just never go over this number. So yeah, I think this folder system is a very powerful way to not just keeping but getting more and more clients. I've only started implementing this system into my workflow a couple months ago, but I already got some really positive feedback from my clients and from some fellow creators as well. So again, I could not recommend this system anymore, but if you don't believe me, try that for yourself. Send over your next project with implementing this folder system into your workflow, and I would just really love to see and hear your guys' opinion about this and all the feedback you get from your clients. And yeah, I think that's it for today. Make sure to rate this video with a like or a dislike if that's what you're into, or if you have a more complex opinion, drop a comment down below. I answer every single one of them. And yeah, I see you guys next time.